welcome, everybody. Welcome to BeoTalk. What are we at? 209. You muted yourself. That's.
No, it's not.
I was wondering why I was so quiet during the intro.
God.
Anyway, welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. If you want a guaranteed answer to your topic and a question tonight, Super Chat will do that. If you'd like to support us, the same. Ask us anything, really. Also, come join our Discord because it's good fun there. We're now 176 people strong.
Nice.
Which is quite amazing, and it's a bunch of chatting about whatever every other day. And if you want to be up on the newest, latest, and greatest, that's the place to go. Also, it auto-populates all our YouTube videos in case you missed it, and YouTube doesn't send you reminders anymore. And
Nice.
we have Skinny Play, obviously. Buy any
Plain
two
skinny.
products. Buy any two products, and you get an automatic 10% off if you use the referral link. And if you don't want to do that, then we also have a promo code. Come on, copy. And that promo code gives you 10% off the price either. Here comes the Skinny Play link. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't yet already. And yeah, that's about it. I expect to lose a lot of you because Formula One starts in like an hour and a half. And that's partially
it's
why.
It's going to be a huge drop off the podcast.
Yeah, that's also partially, again, why Henrik isn't there, because there's so many bloody Formula One races that he actually has to work.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I guess if it's happening now, it's the peak of the season, I guess, right?
Yeah, they're
or
5 races in. And it's been quite interesting, but also with Viaplay, they're rolling out throughout Europe, really. So he's busier than ever. So I'm sure he's very happy about that being busy on Sunday.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But yeah,
it's fun times, I guess. I haven't watched Formula. Well, I don't have an app, I guess, that I would have to buy to give what's it called? To be able to stream it, I guess.
I think in North America it's only ESPN that has the rights to it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so you have to get the ESPN app, and then I doubt you watch much other sports. I mean, ESPN Canada probably has curling and stuff.
Probably. I have no idea what to do. I don't really watch TV. And my mom's here, she does, but it's fucking home and garden shows, more or less. So, and Renos and whatever. So not much news going on here because it's just not watchable anymore.
Do you get those, what would you call it? Those sort of demure and calm Steve voices for gardening? And right now is the time to plant.
No, it's fucking normal. It's just a bunch of douches renovating houses. No, I don't watch Bob Ross fucking paint or whatever, dude. No.
Most of the gardening shows are these quietly bespoke people that.
No, I can't do that.
Where it's like, I'm going to watch a garden show. That kind of means I'm going to have a nap.
Pretty much. No. So, went and on Tuesday, I got myself a BeoSound. I think it's 2400 or 4000 BeoSystem. Same one that you got.
2300, yeah.
Or 2300.
Well, it's a BeoSound, or is it the BeoSystem? Because they somehow.
I think it's a Beos.
With the speakers, it's system.
Well, it was a speaker. I traded the guy for 3200. I gave him the 30. Well, I sold him the 3200 because the 23 was pretty much fucked. The data link board inside it's dead. We've established that by me coming there with the 3200 and a MLMCL converter, took out his master link to control link or to ML to MCL converter because I had the passive kit on top of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he took his out. I put mine in. I still think that it might be the fucking cable too. I still think it might be just the cable. because I don't have that cable. I have to solder one and make one and see if I can control it. Because
Interesting.
I don't have a turntable or anything that from that era to plug into it to see if I can control anything. But
yeah, that's
because you can connect data link, like I would connect, I guess, a BeoCenter 9000 to a 2300. You can't do that, can you?
I think so.
Then I might try that.
Because then you can use the aux out, and it depends on settings. It's quite a lot easier if it's just a Beogram like 5500 or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah.
So yeah, that was my venturous a week. And one of my clients, I don't know why, but like all the shit that I installed 6 years ago, all the switches are dying now. Like literally within weeks from one another. The Ubiquiti. All 24 port PoEs.
It's obviously no warranty. Maybe it has an internal ticker like Apple. Like it's a year after warranty.
There goes. Because I took it apart, I opened it up, and like shit, like maybe it's the freaking fuse or something. Power supply, right?
Yeah.
No fuse, no nothing, man. You can't find anything. Power supply is pretty big. It's substantial size. But yeah, I'm going through my head like, who else do I have with a 24 port? Because I had a couple 48s that I might be able to, that I might have to go and change. But yeah, I'm going tomorrow before the podcast, so I might be a little bit late. I'm going to extricate a BeoLab 11 from a Lego room in one of my clients' homes because they don't need it. And yeah, that basement is just shoes only. You can't possibly dare to walk in there barefoot. Nice. So I'm gaining a Lab 11. Hopefully the chassis is fine.
Well,
did you get this?
Yeah, I'm gaining one of these.
Right on.
In
that's
white
sweet.
too.
Pure white. It's awesome.
And
I really like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's old and a radial arm, and supposedly the platter is not the best with these pegs, but whatever, it's just a piece of fucking art. And the one I got...
Are you actually going to use it?
Yeah, I'll use it. Just for fun.
What does this one have for outs? Does it have a DIN, or is it RCAs with the neutral?
DIN out. No data link, but...
Of course.
But
that's
it has
cool.
A DIN plug out.
Is it preamp built in, or is it dependent on a BeoMaster?
No, it's dependent on a preamp, but I have yet to figure out how to do that for future. But for now, I'm going to use the BeoMaster from here.
Well, we both know a guy.
Oh, yeah. And I've spoken to the guy, but I also, by happenstance, run into a different type of preamp that passes through data link. And it's from One Remote, the same people that make the inserts for what you call it, for the BeoFors. So I sent them an email. Cool. So I sent them an email, see what is up with that, because I kind of want to review that just to see how it is.
What?
Their preamp, and also let me see. Yeah, I got the website up. It's also a bit of a weird looking thing, but it's quite small, which is kind of what I like.
Wow. Almost looks like a transistor. I mean, a diode of some sorts.
Yeah.
But in and out. No shit, eh? Where do you plug it in for power?
There's a power plug on the other side, just with a wall bracket, and was it 12 volt in or something like that?
That is pretty cool.
But I kind of like the idea that this, I mean, it's just the one cable in and then another cable out.
I like
out.
it. It's in line. Yeah, that's sweet.
And it passes a data link through if you want it to. So I'm
It
gonna.
just basically just takes the signal and amplifies that. That's it. The rest goes through. Hey, that's cool.
Because with most
How much?
other, this comes down to like 120-ish euro, something like that.
Okay.
I mean, so yeah, I mean, I'll talk to Steve as well, but most other ones like Steve has require you to use a what you call it, the cable that goes from DIN to RCA. And I asked him, and he can rewire them to pass data link around it, and then have a different. But then you have a different type of cable, right? Then you go from DIN to RCA, but the data link goes over it, and then you connect it on the other side where the two RCA cables connect in, and then the data link goes over it, so to say. So that's also possible. So I'm just.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also wonder, because apparently preamps can make stuff sound quite a bit different. Because they're not all equal.
I guess that's why there's brands and different kinds, right?
Yeah. So
would they color the sound then?
Yeah. Well, certain preamps for certain for biograms, what is it? If you have the moving magnet or the moving coil, that sort of stuff, apparently excludes one another unless you have a very expensive one. Christian says you won't need data link for the 1200 anyway. No, I know that, but I don't want to have just one record player. I want to have two. I know that. But
shake my head in dismay.
But maybe you know these people, Christian. Who knows? They say they use the same preamplification as B&O used back in the day. I mean, I wonder if it's true and how it sounds compared to others. But
$20 or euros is not that much.
No. And this whole record player hobby is already getting quite expensive.
Do I get 3 records or do I buy a new preamp?
Yeah, something like that. Well, records here aren't that expensive.
Really? They're about $30-$40 here.
This is the Mark Knopfler double album. It has like 2 records in it. And this was €29, €30.
We're getting hosed, eh?
I mean, this one has the price still on. Pink Floyd, €27.
Yeah, how much is €27 in fucking Canadian dollars? Like $40, bro.
Like 500.
Let me just convert it here quickly.
It's your Monopoly money.
Fuck off. What was it? $26, you say?
27.
27. $35. Oh, plus 26. $36.
Yeah.
Almost 37. And plus tax on top because we don't have that included. So yeah.
No, it's 21% sales tax in it.
Yeah, we only get 5, but it's added after.
I wish we had 5% sales tax. That would be so much more pleasant.
Yeah, it's shocking to me how much you guys pay for tax. Like, even when I was back in Europe in 2016, just talking with my dad and stuff, I'm like, fuck, man. We don't pay that much here. We do pay a lot, like, when it comes to, like, what's it called? Employment, right?
Mm-hmm. Same here. It's not any cheaper.
I think they take 23.5% off of everything you own here. Or, I mean, make. And then they tax everything that you consume as well.
Rookie numbers.
So it's still cheaper than Europe to live, for sure.
Yeah. No, but I also kind of, for the channel, want to do a bit of a preamp review between the two options. And because if I'm not mistaken, Steve's one is considerably cheaper, even cables included.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it'll be interesting. Like, oh, Steve, your shop is closed again.
He's just got too much work, man.
Well, good for him. If anybody
Too
ever
much
wants
work.
to buy anything off of Steve, shoot him an email. He'll be somewhat responsive to that.
So he closes the website so nobody can order stuff, I guess, right? Is that the logic?
Yeah.
Okay. Wonder if you can not just turn off the
Hi, Steve.
ordering portion and hey Steve, like yeah, I wonder if you can just turn off the ordering portion of the website or that's not possible. Or you'd almost have to run like parallel websites where you just have a catalog and then a store.
Would that work though? Because then you sit there putting everything in your basket, and then you go to purchase, and then it says, "Yeah, not available."
No, you turn off all that though, can you not? No, that's yeah,
Apparently not.
exactly. It's part of the site. It makes sense because it's whole everything is tied together. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like you almost have to make a parallel website that's just like here's the catalog of what it is when you're shut down. But anyways, we'll be back Monday anyways too.
So yeah, but that record player should be, I don't know. So this basically this 1202 I got. It's not this specific one I just showed earlier, but it looks almost exactly identical, obviously. But I basically got that from the spare parts of the one that Eric sent that was broken to all hell.
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently most of the internals are still good enough to be reused for other record players.
So you're gonna make a Frankengram?
No, because it's not worth it, because then you would have to find another one where the exact same shit is not broken, but other stuff is broken. So I just, a buddy of mine is a BeoGram repair specialist, and he had one of these just left over in stock, right? Because somebody
Mm-hmm.
apparently wanted it repaired at one point and then got the bill for it and then was like, nah, how about you keep it?
Typical dick move.
Yeah, but the next time he gets like a 7,000 or a 7,000 or 6,500 in, he can use all the parts that are still good off of it. So it's like, here you go, because half these spare parts and most of the, as B&O told me last week, aluminum is no longer obtainable unless you sacrifice another Veogram for it. So yeah, I'm happy with this. I really wonder how this sounds as well. And
Well, the needle is original too, isn't it?
yeah, but the one he said he would put with it is basically refurbished. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I told him like it doesn't have to be anything fancy. As long as it works, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's a scratch here or there, who cares? Like, I'm most likely going to scratch it if I use it anyway.
Don't you have like white gloves or something? For God's sake.
Yeah, but you know how it goes, right? Like, I mean, I'm ultra careful with the 50s, obviously. But with a record player, it's sort of like... I mean, the thing is not like thousands of euros. I mean, you are somewhat careful with it, but if you happen to like take it off the little peg and like you drop it with one hand and that grain of sand that just happens to be there, whatever, you make that nice little micro scratch. It's sort of like, well, whatever. It's at least it's not 50s that are broken now.
Yeah. So far, I'm liking the microphone is holding up. It did a little crackle, but it fixed itself quick.
Sweet.
Well,
It does
it
sound a
was a
bit
software
different.
update. Does it?
It sounds a bit more sort of hollow, I think, almost.
That's just me on the inside. But no, for anybody that wonders, the portals had an update, software update, and microphone improvements was, believe it or not, listed in the software update. It's I guess our business to know this time around and what they've done. So that's what's happening. And yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind the not crackling and shit going on.
Oh, this is also a nice, stupendous, great thing to happen.
Oh yeah, let's follow up on that. So what happened?
So the Harmony 83 inch launched, and it immediately went to private sales. Apparently, at least in Spain. So it's a fantastically fabulous way to undercut your dealer network again.
Oh yeah, they've definitely done it again.
But yeah, so I don't know, Bino, why you keep on doing this. This is weird. But other than that, I want to take credit
For what?
for the new ad. Or at least
That's
we
nice.
as BeoTalk and we as a community should take credit. Not me specifically, but us.
That's the new. What is that? That's a new splash page.
Yeah, that's they have a new ad for Harmony and 28. Like they're
I
finally
like that.
showing shit off that is actually
Relevant.
related to anything we'd like to buy. Like that's aspirational.
So the headphone company's got some speakers, eh?
Basically, because let me pull up the page.
What about that price brouhaha with 77 and 83?
See, it's actually even on Instagram.
But they quickly drowned it with that for mom, which is Happy Mother's Day, by the way, everybody. Well, not everybody, just the moms, I guess.
Yeah.
There ain't many watching on this channel, that's for sure. So,
No, I doubt it.
but it's there. But for all y'all that didn't know, it's Mother's Day today. So if it's an evening already, you gone down fucked up about it.
Get some
Call
flowers
your
at
mom.
the gas station.
That's right. Nothing beats those shell tulips, you know.
But
Yeah.
no, good job, BNO. This type of ad is much more inspirational, desirable to me than any of the headphone nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes,
It
please.
still looks rendered. It still looks rendered
Yeah.
to me. Like good effort, but it still looks rendered. Because they didn't put it on the wall afterwards. They just rendered it on the wall as well. This is pretty cool. I'll fucking close my door.
But yeah, it was posted on Instagram, and I mean this sort of thing is also quite okay, as long as you don't have these like you say the hipster vegan crowd dancing to shit. Then it's fine with me.
Mm-hmm. And I don't mind this either. Like show the headphones, but yeah, like
Yeah, we'll
you
get
don't
this.
need these people in there.
Bang. Let's see. So also, by the way, Bang and Olufsen, if you're listening, I typed in Bang/Olufsen, right? And on YouTube anyway, almost nothing is from you. Like it doesn't even pop to your channel. Your channel is like 2 full scroll wheels down here.
Wow, that's deep down.
I mean, it's even below Bowers and Wilkins. You know. So yeah, this is that's not great. But in terms of the ad, it's a lot better.
That's the ad. I haven't been online for a while, or internet, I guess.
Yeah, this is the ad from 2 days ago.
Mm.
I mean, you're obviously a bit behind if you're watching it on the stream, but
Yeah, dude, this is pretty sexy. Yeah, this is pretty nice. That's proper ad, man. Like they really did a good job on that thing.
I mean, yeah, B&O, more of this, please. This is this is great. Well, I don't know. Make one for the 50s and the 90s again. I mean, they're your flagship products. And I know the 28s are pretty attainable, but in the B&O world anyway.
Mhm.
Oh, we have a super chat. Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
thank you. Hello, gents. What will you recommend, BeoSound Stage or BeoLab 9s? Love the convenience of the Stage, plug and play, but BeoLab 9s is maybe more proper hi-fi. P.S. Love your B&O podcast, Havard. Thank you,
Thanks,
Havard.
bud.
Well, the problem is, well, it's not a problem, but the problem in choosing is literally what you say that it is. BeoLab 2 Lab 9s are more hi-fi.
But I would start with another question saying, "Oh, it's the stage, not the." I misunderstood it's a shape because I'm like, how many tiles? I'd go for the Lab 9s, dude. Straight up. Sorry. I'd go for the Lab 9s.
If you're mostly doing music with them, absolutely. Because, I mean, there's just no way the stage can compete with that for power. Or
And
stereo
sound
separation, because you can make
Yeah.
it as far as you want with cables. Soundsheavenly.com for cables.
It's just full of plugs today. Like,
I don't even get
Right
anything
on.
for it, but Steve is here, so.
There you go, buddy.
But yeah, so it depends on what you want. If you want to watch TV with them, then the stage is easier. But if we're gonna go that way, if we're gonna do something I reviewed earlier, if you want to watch easy TV with your 9s, get this whole Wi-Fi streamer. It has HDMI in to power link out, or RJ45 to power link, so you can choose your cable. This is limited to stereo, but then you have HDMI out to a set of B&O speakers.
Mhm.
I mean, like I said, the limitation is still stereo, but you can also stream to this box, and it has Tidal and TuneIn and everything built in. So it's a really nice box, and it does the triggering and that sort of thing. The audio EQ is a bit more limited, but you still have the power of the 9s. So it depends on what you want. If you want the Atmos experience, you'll never get that with just 9s.
Unless you do some mushrooms or something, definitely there'll be some Atmos there.
But yeah, I reviewed this product. It worked great for me. Nothing but good things to say about it. It's really easy. It worked with the 50s as well. I still haven't had a chance to test it with 5s, but 9s shouldn't be an issue because they don't have any special connection.
They don't have the
required.
data port.
No.
Yeah, they don't have the data. It's just a straight up 3 mil power link cable that goes in them. But yeah, I would go 9s all day long, man. Even just for the performance of them. And it's good that you're asking today when Henrik's not here, because he'd be all over that fucking buy a stage or whatever. No,
Yeah.
9s are still good.
Yeah, your Danish counterpart absolutely hates 9s.
But yeah.
In terms of the looks, I'm personally not the biggest fan of them, but I understand that some people like that, and so that's not for me to really judge. But in terms of sound, they're really good.
They look good. They look good with the older gear, obviously. Older era gear, like BeoVision 9 looks good with it. So
I mean, since you're paying us, I kind of don't want to go like 9s go.
they got the bulldog chin, but you know what? That's what I loved about them, and they were easy to transport because of it. I really hated when the 20s came out because they were nowhere to grab when you were picking them up. Because I was always used to just, you tilt the speaker, you grab it by the chin, and then by where the connection panel or on the bottom is, and go. But the 20s were a little harder to move. But yeah, 9s are a very good set of speakers, man. So
he's about 80% music, 20% music with BeoLab 9s. Yeah, BeoLab 9s all the way. And
yeah,
if you want easy use with, because TVs can be a bit weird with their headphone out or whatever, and it's not always that consistent between brands, but HDMI out is. So I would suggest getting this whole Wi-Fi streamer in that. I mean, it comes from Denmark, so it comes from around the corner if you're in Norway.
Probably. Can drive across the field to the factory. But yeah, I would suggest this. Or, if you want to go like B&O proper, like then, go with the core. It's a little more expensive, but then, it gives you the whole feel. Like if you want to go with a Halo remote later and such, then you do have the option where this is more or less it's a simple and economical choice and solution. But depends on also what you use to listen to music from. That makes a big difference, because if you listen to music through, like, let's say Apple TV apps, then this is absolute no-brainer as far as the whole Wi-Fi streamer goes. But if you're doing, if
I
you
mean,
have a
I
decent
take it if
hi-fi
you
or whatever.
ask a question like this, stage or nines, that you don't have a house full of B&O, and this is partially why I would suggest going this route.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because
then you get double whammy. You can utilize them for both.
Yeah, and also with this thing, if you wanted to be stupid like me and get a record player, you can put 3.5 mil in, and that will also this thing will source switch
Automatically.
Yes,
Nice.
and you can organize them which source is higher up.
So it comes with an app then, if I'm understanding.
Yeah,
to set
yeah.
this up. Okay.
So you get an app and you set it up, and you can put tune in and
So it's
Tidal.
Bluetooth basically, right? It's a Bluetooth app. Or
Yeah,
does
yeah,
this
but
sit on the
it's
network?
the streamer's built in.
Okay, so this actually does sit on the network, because obviously that's not
Yeah,
a network port. It's a PowerLink RJ45 out, but this
yeah,
is wirelessly hooked up on the network.
yeah. So the streamer's
Oh,
built
okay.
in. So that's how you have Tidal. So it streams its own Tidal or Deezer or TuneIn or. I mean,
Was the DAC decent on it?
I wouldn't say the best, but very decent. Yes.
Hmm.
I mean, it sounded quite well on my 17s. I mean, to the point where I actually kept it, and I'm going to use it in once we move.
What, the streamer?
Yeah. Oh yeah. For guest room and or since my significant other has so many books for in a library type of room.
Mm. Yeah, I guess because you don't really need a network link in there.
No.
Would be nice.
So I mean, I mean that's sort of to say that that's how much I like this product, that I actually kept it. And I mean, it worked very well. And if you, I mean, to me, I think I called the video something like the best product for the beginning B&O enthusiast, and that's more or less what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because it works with everything, and yes, it's only stereo, but you can still do the daisy chaining if you want a quadphonic thing, or the old time speaker 4 type deal.
Oh yeah.
And it has a trigger, and you don't need to, so it's just a USB charger with adapter to USB-C for power. So it's also it sips power, because you can run it off of like a 1 amp phone charger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the choice. That's the option.
So personally, yeah, that's what I would do. Nines and that, if especially if you're mostly music.
Yeah.
I mean, not to take anything away from the stage. I still love my stage, but there's no way nines would even work in my bedroom. They're just too low.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've been playing into the mattress.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the only thing that they are definitely lower speaker. I'm actually debating to put those nines that I have in the basement just to set them up with the BV9. But Like observing how my mom lives, the fuck, I don't even need the 8,000s on the goddamn TV. Like the TV runs at like 25, 30 volume. I'm like, why the fuck is it on even?
Background noise.
It's it's not even background noise, dude. Like all I hear is like it's just and she sits there on the phone and shit. Like, all right. But I guess, like, there's not really much need to hear about when you're watching Home and Garden show where people renovate house, the house flip shows and whatever else have you. Like, and I think I'm gonna take out some keypads because I think they convolute more than they do any good here. So it's interesting how my mom lives.
But yeah. I
What are you
mean,
looking for?
the Harmony 83-inch. Did we call it 88 before? I don't even remember. It's going to be one of these things where...
But 83 is what? On the same price as the 77 now?
Yeah, so the 77 with oak is 22,700 and the 83 is 23 grand. So
it's $300 for 6 more inches.
It's a lot more than it sounds, though, because it's
Of
about
course.
is it 20% more screen, something like that? Because 55 to
that's insane.
77 was 96% larger.
Holy cow!
But
yeah, this is a good option though.
I mean, the one thing I'm not entirely sure about is if they have taken the electric or the rotating floor stand in this price. So, B&O, if you're another pointer, if you're listening and you want people to like buy stuff off the website, right? Please make them all the same.
Yeah, because it doesn't show if it's well, that's the motorized floor stand.
Yeah, but
positioning. So click on the one without it. Go to 83.
Yeah,
So it's just floor stand. So they do distinguish it.
Yeah, but it's in the tiny text, right? Because you can't click here on anything to add that to see what the cost difference
There
is.
ain't that much to misreading, bro. There's 3 fucking columns, man. Like, come on. You can totally read that. What I think they should do is they should show proportionally correctly to correct models because they're showing all one TV with just a different floor stand on it. Because to me that doesn't look like 83. Like it should have. I think they should be thinner. The lamellas, the panels should be longer.
No, you see
Compared
this.
to
You see
77.
the slight difference.
I guess. Yeah, 88 is thinner.
Yeah, but you also see between the 77 and 83. Also, another difference apparently is the aluminium gold tone one has the C2 panel on it, and the what you call it, the 77-inch normal oak one has the G2 panel on it,
Which is better?
There's as good as no difference. I think the G is slightly better, but the 2 range, the C2 or the G2, has now an aluminium strip on the side from LG factory, but with gold that would clash.
Oh, it's gold.
This version, the light oak and gold tone. Yes, you're annoyed at me that I can't read, and it says aluminium gold tone right here.
No, I didn't know you were talking about this one. I just thought you were just talking about in general. That the panel itself has from LG. It comes with different aluminum strips on top.
So
or around.
the G version all have aluminium on the side of the. So if this is the panel, this side is aluminium.
So the edge of it, more or
Yeah.
less.
But
Can you choose those colors or no?
from LG, no, it's the C panels are black, or G is aluminium.
But natural aluminum.
Yeah,
So that would work for me still.
yeah. But for
When you
some
get
reason,
into these,
they chose to show this one off in gold tone. I don't exactly
somebody
know
likes the
why.
gold in the factory. That's why.
I mean,
I don't know. I
personally,
think
I
the
would
gold
like.
is.
I mean, personally, I would like to see them exactly the same. Also, wait, it's a €1,500 difference between the gray melange, so the fabric, and that almost seems too little to me because the oak panels are quite expensive. Anyway,
It's a €1,500 difference.
yeah. But if I'm not mistaken, but I may be remembering wrong, I think it was about €1,500 a panel for the oak panels just separately. But then,
Yeah, but how much is it for those goofy ass fabric ones then too? Because you got to take them off the price.
well, I guess it must be $750
Oh shit!
I mean, but I do like you still have the choice because if you wanted, let's say the normal aluminium or the normal oak and aluminium covers that you can choose between, I want the C panel or the G panel, because that would instantly take $1,000 off the price because that's about the price difference between the two panels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. 83, I think, for my liking, is a little too much. Like, I don't get me wrong. Like, I'm all for big screen TVs, but my personal taste, I think, my peak would be 77-inch in a normal, uh, non-pompous, crazy, big, oversized apartment or whatever. Once you get into these huge spaces, then yes, bigger makes more sense because it proportionately correlates to the space it's in. But I wouldn't personally go more than 77. We'll see once I get into Florida and see
Yeah.
where I land. Maybe I'll end up with the fucking chunky ass 65.
Lord says the normal B&O panel is the G series panel. Yeah, well, that was only from. When did they start that? Like a year ago? Because mine is a C panel because there weren't any G panels at the time. And then they decided the G looks nicer from the back if you ever see the back, which is true. I mean, the G series panel looks nicer from the back. But I
And they
mean,
do happen
they
to
both
float.
fit, which is nice.
But yeah, every now and then they do happen to float in the middle of the floor sometimes, or
Yeah.
somewhere where you can't see it.
I mean, in my apartment, like this is the closest to the backside I ever come, really, unless I'm doing cable management. But at that
Mhm.
point,
Yeah, who cares?
yeah. I mean,
But
how often do you see the back of the TV? Almost never, unless you live in that one ad from B&O, the terrific ad where the 90s
yeah,
are like 3 meters out from the wall forward, and so is the TV. I mean, it's like I wouldn't mind a space like that, but but it's
I
unlikely
used to
I'll
see
live
the
in
back
one
of
like
my
that.
TV. I used to see the back of my TV all the time on the balcony, right?
Yeah,
The way I had it set up. But
that's
how
also
many people
quite
have it set up like
unusual.
that? So yeah, every now and then you see the back of the TV,
But
and
yeah,
if it's on a wall bracket swings out, then yeah, you definitely will get to see it every now and then.
but if B&O ever listened to us and came up with this ad type or these picture types because of us, because we've been bitching about it for months, thank you.
Yeah, it's much appreciated because it actually looks like something that should be on the BNO's website instead of.
I also actually think this will help B&O in terms of sales. Because this is
Hmm.
almost a hark back to the classic Avant 32 with 4 Bilab 8000s.
Yes.
I mean, it's a very sleek thing setup, and then you turn it on, and it's like, whoa.
Hmm.
I mean, in terms
No,
of
this is well done.
in terms
Well
of
done.
power for the size, like you can't get much better than this. Like it's super minimalist. You have an enormous amount of power around you like this with two sets of 28s.
Hmm.
And compared to 50s, it's pretty affordable.
And it probably would sound on par with that room, like at the normal listening levels, if you think about it. The
Anders,
bass would be.
Anders asks, do you guys like the new colorful image from B&O? You mean this image? Because I do like this.
Yeah.
This looks good to me.
Well, did you take it? Did you take the picture, Anders?
Laureate says, I have to order today. I was going with two sets of 28s or one set of 50s and 17s. Those are not in the same price bracket at all. But if you really like music, as in really, really like music, I would go for 50s. But I mean, you'll be hard pressed to, especially now. Like you see, it's 13 grand, €250 for a set of 28s. The 50s now start at 40. So that's a 13 grand difference. So that's basically you can get 7.1. Or you can get a harmony and two sets of 28s for the price of a set of 50s.
To me, that's just mind blowing that you can do that. Two sets of 28s in a harmony.
Yeah, it's they've gone a bit crazy. I don't know what to say for the prices other than they're crazy. I mean, if you want the 50s as they stand behind me, it's like 43 grand asking now. I mean, even if
And
you
I
get
don't
a
think they're
mega deal
done.
at 10% off, like, fuck, you're still paying close to 40.
I heard through the grapevines that they're not done with the price hikes for this year.
Oh, you do have the 50s and 17s. In that case, don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, then you're good to go. Don't worry about it. I wouldn't be fussed about the comparison because the 50s will go lower than 28s, obviously. But you probably didn't buy it last month or so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know by how much, but things are gonna go up again. But we'll see.
Yeah, last Monday, for anybody that missed it, I think it was Joachim that brought in the rumor that there were price hikes, and I haven't been able to confirm how much, but it seems like in a month or so there will be a new price hike.
Yeah, I tried to dig in on it and I haven't gotten any solid where with it yet. But then
I've
again, if
tried
they're doing
digging
it the
in.
way they've done it with the last one, then the dealers are the last ones to find out. At least they were here in
The
Canada.
digging I did is that even the regional sales managers had no clue yet.
Oh, okay. It probably is just a
So it's
crop.
one of those guys, we're doing it, and everybody's like, what? Yeah, we're not saying. It's like, oh, god damn it.
But by how much are they gonna hike the shit? No, like I don't understand. Like, are you doing it just because you want to deter people from buying it because you are having supply issues to the point where you can't meet whatever you are selling, so you're just gonna add the price up to see how much it will, uh, you know, push off people? I don't understand where
As
that.
to my understanding, fortunately, it won't be everything, but it will be
Some of
obviously
it.
the most desirable stuff. I just hope they leave the 28s out as they're just
They
on
should
the
leave the
raw.
28s. They should leave 28s alone, and they should leave the stage alone as well. I mean, and shape as well. In my opinion, those three.
Yeah, but if we can change your mind preemptively, please leave the stage alone. It's so expensive now for what it does compared to the competition. It's still good value, but push it any more and there's no reason to go B&O. And that's such an important step into the brand.
Well, let alone the fact that usually then, people get talked into a $500 shiny remote to go with it, right?
Yeah.
So you don't really get a Bose remote with your Bose soundbar, or Sonos soundbar doesn't have a remote with it, does it? Or it does
Yeah,
some
but one of
sorts.
those shitty plastic ones.
Yeah.
Where you have
So
like up, down, and a source change.
yeah, and the cross with an OK in the center, and here you go, buddy. Yeah.
I'm
All
worried
good.
that certain things from next month will go up another 10%. And
Which is a lot.
I so badly don't want to witness that again.
That's a lot.
But
We'll see. I don't know what they like. Then again, I guess if you're looking at it, if you never knew a price of a Rolex, then you walked into a shop now and you wanted to buy one, whatever they would tell you, I guess that's what it is, right? So to the people from the newcomers to the B&O, they don't know what the fuck, how much it used to cost or cost, unless they either watch us rant here for 4 years in a row, or they've been around the shop and looking at the price tags and remembering how much this thing cost, and next time they come in is holy cow, like that's shit. I almost had the money for it. Now I'm fucked.
or you can get this.
Oh my god. Oh, my eyes. My eyes. It's fucking Danish made, bro. It's got a flag on the box. I wonder how strong is this the Bow 9. Sound immersion. The only thing that only place that this should be immersed in is a fucking garbage bin, dude.
But these are literally the Bose satellites.
Acoustic reflective technology. Oh my lord. How many thousand watts? Holy cow. 2,500 watts of total power. Throw out your 50s, that's a piece of shit, man. Like, look at what you've got over here. This is a gem. This is a gem. Oh,
the
God, my eyes hurt.
Bang and Olufsen. God, this is so Chinese. It's so
Oh my god.
I wonder what this costs and if I should ever just buy it for shits and giggles.
Do it a giveaway. Disguise it as somebody wins a set of 8,000 and then send them this shit. April's Fools, baby. Can you buy this soon?
Yeah.
How much is it on that market space or whatever?
I don't know. I have a look.
Oh my lord! Oh, that was just a post and somebody threw in.
Yeah.
For the love of God.
Bang Olufsen Bow 9. Wait, it doesn't even pop up as in that it is anything. I think Google has no clue what it is. Like, it actually redirects me to normal B&O.
Olufsen.
Claro J asks, how far should the Harmony stand from the wall if it's to have full utilization from the turning foot? Yeah, I understand. If I'm remembering right, it's about 27 centimeters for the full rotation.
I would add another 15 to 20 on top of it because the TV stops about this far from the wall, so it does limit it. At least it did for me with the Eclipse. but that's on a orbital stand, or what is it? Planetary stand, not just the Harmony one.
Let me see, because it's in their install stuff somewhere.
Yeah, but it also varies by the screen size.
Yeah, but it says how much it varies by the screen size.
Oh, does it? Nice.
Yeah, just have to. Hey, where the hell are you? No, I don't want an E8.
Why not?
I already have one. Ah, there we are. Where are you? Rotating floor stand.
Yours is 40 centimeters. Does it move fully? Because that's what I was thinking. Like about that sounds about the right distance from the
Oh,
wall.
this is the wrong floor stand.
What is it?
This is just a regular floor stand, this one. Motorized floor stand. There we go. Where are you with your distances? YouTube, come on.
It's interesting to me now that any B&O that I had received in recent months has no manuals in it whatsoever. Not even like the
I don't think they
signed
like to
off.
print them anymore. Maybe it's this new circular economy nonsense. But here you have the it turns out a maximum of 35 degrees off like that way. So here you have it. If you have a 77-inch, 28 centimeters is plenty. But you measure from the back of the floor stand, obviously, not from the back of the TV.
That's the difference between the Eclipse and planetary and the rotating floor stand. Oh yeah, because if you move that to freaking like 38 centimeters, like that is far as fuck from the wall.
Yeah, but that's for an 88-inch, obviously.
I understand, yeah, like, but that's still, it doesn't look that far for how big the TV is.
So if you have an 88-inch, 38 centimeters is good, and then you have maximum rotation. If you have anything smaller, I mean, this is obviously an older guide because the 83 isn't there yet. But I take it's probably halfway in the middle there, like 30, 32 centimeters or so for the 83-inch. But don't let just that dictate. Also, find a bit what looks nice. But if your living room is massive and it looks fine either way, just put it a bit further from the wall. That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll also sound a bit better because you get those reflections are a bit later and a bit further away. Because there is quite a lot of power the closer it is to the wall and the more reflections you have.
Yeah, it's sad that only the TVs don't have the wall free and corner or wall and corner, or what was it, wall and freestanding, like the 7.2, 7.1s, and 7.4 used to have.
Yeah.
And 7.6s, like basically all the center channels.
But I take it Claro has an 88-inch if you need 40 centimeters. Sweet, enjoy. It's a massive TV.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if they made a bigger one, but the Harmony chassis is potentially not the best for that because it starts to look a bit wonky past 88. 88 is already a bit on the edge of...
It's too much for movement, in my opinion.
Not only that, like the wooden bottom wings, right? They become so thin. If you go over 88, 88 already is sort of like it looks out of
it's out of proportion.
Yeah. But yeah, that's that.
There you go.
Glad to be of service. But yeah, I mean, 88-inch Harmony or 83-inch Harmony. mean, if the natural oak is around 23,000 euro, that's more or less where I said it was going to land. I mean, how many months ago did I say this? Like probably like 6 or so.
Mm.
I mean, they should have done this as soon as LG started selling 83-inch because, I mean, it's 51 grand 700 euro for the 88 versus
That's
23
insanity,
grand
dude.
for the 83.
Yeah, that's insanity.
So, I mean, you can have one 88 or you can have
Or almost two of
two
those.
83s and 6 grand to spare.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, but that's the LG side that costs that much, not the B&O.
Yeah, but
So,
they sold it as an option. So as soon as LG came with anything 8, because the C1 or the G the 1 series had an 83-inch panel in there.
mhm.
I mean, I don't understand why they didn't jump on this earlier because I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the 88 as a flagship and it's the best of everything, the most pixels, the 8K-ness and all that sort of shit, but the price is also insane.
Is
And
the
it may not
83
be their
4K?
fault, but the price is crazy.
Is the 83-inch 4K?
Yes.
Okay. That's a significant cost savings right there. And quite honestly, do you really need 8K on that goddamn goofy ass panel? Like, you won't. I don't. Well, by the time the content reaches your panel in full 8K resolution, you're gonna be replacing that screen by then because it's gonna be a few years from now. Like, I don't see anything that is true 8, even 4K on TV. Like, whatever you're watching on Netflix, it's not, because the bandwidth just doesn't compute, doesn't add up for how much you would need. So
Yeah.
yes, they have algorithms that make the picture better because with the less data transfer rate or bit rates or whatever. But still, it's not the same as watching a Blu-ray that sucks the data directly off the disc and all of it, not compressed in any way. So
Lawrence, you need the price for normal aluminium and walnut on the front of a Harmony. That's about two times the normal panel price. So it's about, because basically what they do is you buy 2 of them and convert 1, as in you take all the wood out of the aluminium one and you put the walnut back in. You can either go bespoke or you can talk to your dealer and do it yourself, because then at least you have the bronze and then normal oak together as a separate pair. I mean, that's the only time where bespoke is a bit strange to me, because the bespoke price for a normal aluminium and walnut is the same as buying 2 sets of these panels, but you only get 1 set. So if you're a bit handy with a Torx screw thing, you can unscrew these whole panels, literally do wood out, wood in, wood out, wood in, and you have 2 sets, and they're both bespoke.
do
But
you
you
have
paid
to
the
do
same price.
those lamellas? You have to do them one by one, right? It's not on a bracket of any kind, is it?
I have to look on the backside again. It's a fair few screws. I mean, it's some work, but if
Of
you're
course.
into this sort of thing, and if you can put it on your bed or whatever, it's gonna be fine.
Well, they're not gonna do it on your fucking driveway.
No, but if you order it walnut and aluminium from the factory, that's through the bespoke program, and then you just get what you ordered. But you pay 2 extra price, and you and you only get
I
1
know what
set
you're
of
saying.
covers. So
What the fuck are you gonna do with the other covers?
I don't know. At least you have the option to change it out. Maybe you like the bronze and normal oak.
Sell them for double the price because they're bespoke too.
Yeah, something like that. Even if you get the normal price for them back. Even if you get a half of it back, it's cheaper than the bespoke version.
Word.
So it's a bit, I don't know. I don't get how that gets to there.
Neither do I. But Allen keys are expensive, bro. I guess. They use one per set of covers, I guess. So
I mean, speaking of taking credit for something, I almost feel that us harping on it should also. We did it on the Monday show, but now to do it full on, like I feel this is due to us. If you buy two, you get 10% off. Buy a third, you get 15% off the total price.
I would humbly accept that credit as well, because we really, we really chafed that one pretty good as an issue. But then again, it's just like this is illogical. Why anywhere that you buy something or double off, they give you a gooder deal. They just added it up. Fucking here you go.
Yeah, that was the stupidest thing ever. We have this deal for you. Buy two, you pay double the price. And it's like, wait, what?
And it's free shipping, so I could buy one now and have it free shipped, and then I can buy one later when I have money again to free ship anyways. And I say, dick all.
Plus, usually if you go to a dealer and buy two of anything, you get a little off.
Right? Probably even without asking.
Yes.
But no, like this is good that they've realized that
Or you get a cup of coffee.
The math of business is right there now, that you can get 10% off.
Yeah, or you get 15% off if you buy three. Like if you want, I don't know, 2 levels in a stage or whatever, you get 15% off. That's nice. That's good. That's like if you want to actually sell shit through your website, that's how you do it.
Mm-hmm. So
it's at least what I would think that's how you do it, but
they are slowly picking it up. I think that we've done, or are responsible rather, for a lot of positive changes throughout the years in BNO at this point of time. Because I'm going to totally claim that we got rid of the vegans on the Instagram. Like that had gone, because I think they would have still been going with it if we never, well, if I never chafed at it like I had chafed at it.
Marshall Music says it's cheaper to buy on Amazon than on B&O Direct. You don't get Google Voice either. I think that depends on what you
Mm-hmm.
select. I get it for North America, but personally here in Europe, most of Europe, Amazon is, like with the exception of the UK, Amazon is maybe I'm biased because of the country I live in, but it's a bit of a non-entity because everything ships overnight anyway. And
What, Amazon?
No, every other shop here, like that uniqueness of getting it quickly because Amazon, right? That's not unique here.
Mm.
Like almost anything that's in stock is here the next day if you order it before 10 p.m.
And who brings it?
Local postage. Or DHL or
they got to be pretty ass efficient in.
Well, it's also the distances aren't so enormous.
And that too, yeah, you're right. Yeah, because if I send something next town over or big city over to Edmonton, that's a 3-hour fucking drive.
Yeah.
You're across half your country almost. For
I mean, to put it this way, it took 48 hours for a 10-kilo bag of cat food to come here from Belgium.
How long?
48 hours.
It's not bad.
I mean, it's the next country over, but the next country over again isn't all that far.
Yeah, it's not bad at all, in my opinion.
No. So it's one of those things where, I mean, also personally, if even at this sort of deal, if your dealer can at best match it, I would buy it at my dealer. Because it helps your dealer out and you have a point of reference for actual return.
Yeah, and if something happens, you can just go in there instead of like packing it up, go and printing yourself a shipping ticket and like a jerk off running into the post office and so on and so forth.
Also,
where
like an A9 is not exactly heavy to carry, or not exactly light to carry around to your
yeah,
local post office.
no, like that's a big that's a substantial box.
I also wonder where you would have to return it if you have to send it back. Like, do you send it to Denmark? And then do you get in disputes of, like, it wasn't packaged properly or whatever? And
Fucking post nerd will just mangle it.
yeah, something like that. And then it's your fault or something of that nature, right? I mean, that's why I'd much rather deal with a dealer, any dealer, even if it's a mediocre one. My dealer happens to be good, but
Yeah, I just I'm always pro supporting the local business and people because at the end of the day, whatever you need for knowledge and I guess research or help or install, you're gonna go to your local guys. You're not gonna fucking Amazon that because that doesn't exist. So for that reason, I'd like, and people will also have a different attitude towards you when you actually give them business and have them put it together. Where instead of just you buy a whole bunch of shit from Costco and Amazon and call the guys to come and put it together. And at that point, you probably don't call a fucking real company. You're just gonna call like the Geek Squad or whatever. Bunch of fucking 16-year-olds come in there to hang your TV all crooked like, and you saved $40. Good for you. Good for everybody that does that.
yeah.
I'm not like that. I don't deal around people like that.
I don't know how many people, by the way, that another thing from, what is it, the Monday show? We do a Monday show in case people haven't noticed yet. It's usually only for channel members or on Twitch. So become a member. There's a join button next to the subscribe button down below. If you want to become a member, prices start at, was it €2 a month, I think, and then you can go nuts thereafter. But Monday 2 weeks ago, there was it 2 or 3 weeks ago? There was a Halo update, and the Halo now does the 50s and 90s directly.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
So,
Except mine, because mine are in the boxes. Fuck.
so there's no BeoLab 50 in it. And then you can do volume and or sorry, trying to get the glare out.
Different sources.
Yeah, it's so weird doing this in backwards.
Right.
Hey,
Tickle.
so that's really quite nice. And this is
Does it have
partially.
the positions as well or no? It should have the
Hold on, I just did something stupid.
what?
Yes, yes.
Speaker presets.
Yep.
Sweet. Yeah, there you go. Very nice.
And they're also
I'm
not
so
just,
excited. That's gonna be great.
they're also whatever you call them that show up like that. So I just happened to call them that, but I was at one point afraid maybe they just labeled it 1, 2, 3, 4, right? The numbers. But no, it actually takes on the name that you give it in the speaker, which is really rather nice. So the Halo has become a lot more useful that way.
By every update it comes out, it's more and more of a good, better remote. Not just good, but it's better.
And this is partially why I wanted to do the preamp sort of trial, because at this point, right, I don't need an IRI anymore for my BeoRemote 1. I can just use the Halo, and I don't. If I do RCA, I also don't need a BeoMaster for that sort of volume control if I didn't want to.
Oh yeah, because you literally just put on the record that turns on automatically, and then you just do the Halo.
And you can set startup volume in the app, like how loud do you want the speaker to start up with, and then you can go use this as a volume wheel. So Sandeep spent all those weeks waiting on his IRI, and he could have just bought the Halo.
Such is life.
Yeah. Oh well. But
yeah, I like
if
that.
anybody
like
has a Halo M50s, now you know.
Or 90s, for that matter, it just does them both.
Because you need
Does
to
it do
go
the 28?
yeah, but it already did the 28.
But does it do it with the speaker presets and stuff too within the Halo or no?
Let me look. I'm pretty sure. Let me go to the BeoLab 28.
I'm quite curious to see if they have it. Might not.
No, it doesn't seem like it.
But they do have speaker presets you can set, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Let me see if anything changes if I turn the music on. I turn the music on.
it is opening.
Oh, yeah.
They do. So they have to be just fired up.
Yeah.
Nice. Narrow and wide.
Yeah, it's kind of
That's
weird
pretty
because
slick.
the speaker presets, there's 4 in them. So I don't know why you just get narrow and wide. And it's just the beam width. Because the beam width just changes narrow and wide, but they also have BeoSonic in them, that dot that moves everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And that is part of the speaker preset. So,
oh, like that little equalizer thing.
yeah.
Yeah, the BeoSonic. Interesting.
Yeah,
There you go, BNO.
I don't really use the 28s by themselves an awful lot. And when I do
No.
it from the top panel.
And when I do, I drink Dos Equis. Yeah, I guess, because there's no rhyme and reason for you to use them. But I guess you could use them. I would use them to spare the 50s playing for nothing.
Yeah, but quite often if I like sit at the dinner table or whatever, just go on one of the speakers that's right next to the table. And you just do the volume and
it fires up and it goes.
Yeah. But yeah, the Halo becoming more fully fledged is actually really nice. It's a sort of nice added bonus, but you almost wonder, like, shouldn't this have been there more or less from the start? Maybe.
A lot of it should have been there more or less from the start. Do you think that I guess the Mozart platform, that they're gonna install it to every single speaker set that's gonna come out, that'll come out from now on?
Potentially. I hope not, because with something like 50s and 90s, that's going to ruin them. Not so much in terms of what it does, but every Mozart based platform needs to be operable on its own, right? As in, like, 28s have that control pad on them. So if you put that in 50s, then 50s need a control pad on them somewhere where it's easily accessible in case you don't want to buy a TV with it. So,
well, I'm not talking about those speakers because those are already designed. I'm talking about the stuff that's in the pipe that we have no idea yet of. You know what I mean? Like, the bygones are bygones now, but I'm talking future speaker. Like, let's say they do a BeoLab 40, whatever the fuck that would look like. Do you think it should have that crap installed on it, or should it be just a smart speaker in a way that it attenuates for the room with the acoustic compensation, or do you think that it should have all the sources and that fucking brain in it? I'm I'm also interested from people in chat what their opinion is, just for the shits and giggles.
hold on, I'll create a poll.
Because for me, like, I appreciate the speakers are being not that smart in my eyes. Like, I don't think that there's a need for every single item in your house to be its own source and Internet of Things, I guess, type of thing. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
Marshall's Music. I bought a BeoSound 2 Mon, M-O-N, I don't know what that is, Amazon UK last year for £1,100. No way dealer could do that. Probably not. I also bought an M3 on a cyber sale on or Cyber Monday, whatever the fuck it was, years back, and I couldn't even buy it as a dealer for that money. so,
Yeah, but Amazon does. I get it to a point, and this is where like being in an enormous business like Amazon has its perks. Uh, because they can just say BSM 2 or whatever, they say give us 1,500 of them and we'll average out the price of what we sell them for, right? Because our potential customer base is enormous. It's 200 million people, something like that.
Yes.
And they also have, I mean, it could very well be a trade-in because somebody bought it, didn't like it, and then they resell it, that sort of thing. And that's harder for a dealer to do. But Amazon is sort of like whatever, because that loss, if they even lose anything, it doesn't hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, I don't know, it's, I mean, as a dealer, you couldn't buy something brand new of B&O for that product, but depending on how you do accounting, if you bought it as a dealer, let's say 2 years ago, and then you do the tax write-off, then you can buy it for that sort of price.
Mm-hmm.
It's creative accounting, I guess.
That'll always lead you to no trouble with nobody.
Amazon doesn't seem to have any issues with it.
Well, I guess because they paid off everybody too, probably.
Yeah, and they pay next to no tax.
Because I'm sure that the people that would do the audit, they probably buy some shit on Amazon themselves.
Yes.
So,
I mean, isn't it basically the case that they say, hey, big city, how about we open a warehouse in your city? And that city goes, sure. And Amazon goes, how much are you paying us to do that?
yeah.
That seems to be more or less the business plan. And then we won't pay any tax for this for the next 5 years, right? Sure. Sure.
For me, what's crazy is in last 6 months, I guess, out of the fucking blue, man, there's all these Amazon vans everywhere now.
They probably open a warehouse close to you.
Everywhere. Oh, yeah. But everywhere. There's everywhere. And there's, I would say, hundreds of them. Like, I see more Amazon vans on the road now than I see cop cars. And we used to have a lot of cops in here.
Yeah,
So
people let us know on the vote. What do you want to see? Mozart everything, or so far it doesn't seem to have the upper hand, but you never know. I mean, I do like the Mozart part of it, and I like that it's sort of agnostic in what it streams. But I don't think it has to be in everything. Like, not every speaker has to have a control panel on it.
and I think that complicates the design of the speaker as well, because how do you design a speaker? Well, then you're essentially designing only one speaker, right?
Yeah.
Because every speaker needs a freaking touch panel on it, because you got to do it from one or the other side. So that's a limitation. Obviously, the speaker should look the same no matter what. But I don't think that it's necessary.
I mean, if like on 18s it doesn't work because like that iconic design is instantly gone if it needs a touch panel on it somewhere. Because are you gonna
Unless
like
they would
cake it
incorporate
on top of the lens?
Like a centimeter thick cake on it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's just about the only place you could put it, right?
Yeah.
But it's
Or implement like a gyro sensor in it, and then you tilt the speaker forward to turn it up. Do the same that the.
I like that you don't push it that way; you push it that way. Like, oh, this thing bends like 45 degrees now.
It's one of those flexible bollards on the parking lot.
So like that speaker could never go full mute because I can't bend it far enough.
I can't lay it down, man. Oh, God.
Marshall Music says, I did wonder if their own price tracking algorithm glitched on the BO2 undercutting itself. It's a funny thought. It could just be that they don't want to store it anymore. Like, these giant ass companies at one point or another calculate, like, is it worth keeping on shelf space? Because shelf space cost X. This thing
At one
cost X.
point,
How long is it sitting
yeah,
here? It could have been anything else.
at some point that X cost will go over the Y cost, and then you stop asking yourself why the fuck is it still here, and you just sell it
Yeah,
for
because
whatever
I bet you
price it is.
Amazon sells like a DVLA Phantom or something like that. A similar size speaker of similar cost, maybe even a bit more. But does that sell quicker? If so, then get rid of the B&O stuff. And I mean, it doesn't even
Yeah,
matter at that point anymore if you lose anything on it, because you're already
to
losing by
them,
keeping it.
to them, you're losing by you're just having it on the shelf sitting eating dust.
And and then that's before you even get into warranty and how old is it and that sort of stuff. And I mean, this is
So
partially
it's
why I like supporting dealers, because yes, Amazon, from what I understand, is quite easy to deal with. But that usually means they'll take it back in and give you your money back. That doesn't necessarily mean they fix the product.
no, I don't think it is fixed. I think it's just they end up buying it on the auction in a pallet, right? Like the Amazon pallets that people buy here. They're out for return stuff.
I mean, if my BeoSound 2 that sits right here is a Mark 1, if I take that to my dealer because something goes faulty, he'll at least try and like fix it. But if it was still in warranty with Amazon, they'd just take it back and give you the money back. And then it's like, fuck, but I want it back. I like this thing. Yeah. I have to go hunt for a new one.
Yeah, it's a little more colder approach with Amazon when it comes to that kind of stuff as far as the servicing goes. Because once you send it away, then you'll never see it again. Where with the dealer, yes, they will repair your product.
And then, this is mine. This one is mine.
Yeah, and it's, in my opinion, that's a little more green and sustainable. And I don't sound like a freaking vegan here. Than having shit being sent somewhere, then it's just either gets trashed or auctioned off, and then somebody else throws it out because it doesn't fucking work, right? Because they bought it in a pallet of things. So
I mean, this is partially why. Early in the year or late last year, or even to this day, I don't understand that new cradle to cradle nonsense label they've got, because it's eco-friendly because it's a non-throwaway item. But how many products has B&O made that, besides maybe the Moment, that's been a throwaway item if it broke? Almost nothing. Almost everything is repairable. And if B&O can't do it, then there's a third-party solution to it, generally. Like the guy I got my record player from, right? He repairs shit all the time that B&O can't fix anymore.
I have one example for you, bro.
Go for it.
BeoSound 5 Encore. That is not even worth fucking fixing, dude. That is the worst product at B&O. That is their PT Cruiser.
Worse than the Moment?
Oh, by a long shot. By a long shot. At least Moment, you can stream new music. This doesn't have any ability whatsoever. You have a B&O radio on it, and you can hook up a hard drive into this thing, and it runs hot enough that if you flip it, you could probably bake some cookies on the motherfucker. And it's got this huge power supply. Huge power supply. It's bigger than... it's about the size of my laptop's power supply. Or desktop's computer's power supply. Big. I think that is the worst product that they have ever made. Second to BeoSound 6. I don't know what I would put on a third place. Moment, I think I would put Moment on a third place. That's the wall of shame. Because, the Encore was I felt bad for whoever bought the shit.
I mean, it does look nice.
It looks like a BeoSound 5, because it is. But they just made a French version out of it, and Encore une fois, freaking doesn't work, man.
Yeah.
Terrible product. Well, you have one? This is John. Oh, is that his new? Oh yeah, that's the new headphones.
I asked him to test it for me because I have my
Okay, enough of him.
I have my E8 3.0s, right? And
Mm,
what I use these all the time, but what happens, they stay in my ears just fine until I eat something, because those micro movements, they make it
you
just,
massage him out of your head, yeah.
and especially if you then go like that, like one flies out. So I asked him, like, could you chew and like shake your head?
Have an apple and shake your head. What a fucking test that is. Well, they definitely hold up. So they're worth 450, bro.
Hi, John, if you're watching.
Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny. Yeah, that's.
I thought people watching this would like to see it. But I don't know if you've been on Beano's website recently, but they're changing the whole look of it, and it looks a bit better. Like that zooming up thing that just happened. That's a new feature of the website by just scrolling.
Brought to you by Weebly.
Yeah, something like that.
No, I like it.
But
I kind of wonder why they didn't stick to their Beo font for like the. Well, it kind of is. Yeah, it is.
maybe it's also new people that think they know it better. I don't know. But the whole page has been getting a bit of an update, which is
Good, good. Yeah, I like it. Wow, that one is beating the fuck out of as far as the little Explorer.
oh no, they just put some sand on it.
Oh, it looks like from here it's just beating the hell out of
It's so rugged they took some sand and did that over it.
like the
yeah.
Brazilian steakhouse salt.
One thing that was still weird though. I have to go to Sweden. Sweden, where are you? Because
They got smart home now for the thing. What?
apparently, decline all svenska. Because the TVs apparently in Sweden are a lot cheaper, and I don't know why. Because let's see a SEK to euro. It's monopoly money because it has way too many zeros. But this same light oak 83-inch Harmony in Sweden for some reason. Remember, it was 23,000 euro.
Mm.
Well, that's now it's about 1,500 euro less in Sweden to buy the same TV.
What?
That's a pretty startling price difference.
That's big, man. That's what? That's few percent, isn't it? 8,
Yeah.
10%?
I mean, and it's not like the taxes are any lower in Sweden. If anything, they're higher.
Wow. I'm just blown away by the way that they actually have a smart home freaking part here now.
Let's see if the Danes are any cheaper. Get out of Sweden. And for anybody that doesn't know this, you can, at the bottom of the page, you can choose what country you want to go to for prices, which is actually kind of nice. And you can still pick English, which is kind of weird, but
In what?
you can pick any other country, but
the
main language can still be English.
That's interesting.
So 168 kroner. Seating. Yeah. So, I mean, Denmark is 400 and a bit euro cheaper than here. And Denmark has 23% sales tax, and we have 21.
Yeah, I was getting hosed in freaking Netherlands.
So I don't
Just
know
like,
what makes these prices the way they are.
you guys are like the Canada of Europe for fucking taxing import stuff.
Yeah, but there's no imports. It's all EU. You don't pay any import taxes.
It changes languages, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Different country, bro. That's
Weirdly,
how
the
I
only
look
thing
at
you pay import taxes on are cars. But if I go to Eric's dealer in Sweden, right? If I can get this TV sent to me for like 300-400 euro, I don't pay any import taxes.
And you're gonna get like 6 panels with Post Nord, bro. Fucking, you're gonna have like 9 32-inch screens. Good savings. You're gonna get a fucking bunch of kindling is what you get for the wood panels.
So I don't know if B&O sort of puts a price down and guesses on the exchange rates and stuff, but it is a bit odd that there's this much difference between the same countries that don't charge any import.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is the UK here somewhere? Probably, right?
Let's see what they got.
Yeah, for the UK, they only give you English as an option. They don't do Welsh or Scottish.
Oi! Start the page with oi. That's funny.
Let's see. Wait, why? Where's the British pound? GBP, the euro. So the BeoVision Harmony is 2,400. So in the UK, the Harmony is more than it is here. Like nearly $1,000 in euro.
What?
Maybe that's Brexiting again?
Probably.
But, I mean, it's £20,450. And that's nearly 24 grand. So that's nearly $1,000 more.
So if you go to Sweden, you basically save $2,500 if you bring it to Europe or UK,
Yeah.
or 2,500 euros. That's insanity.
I mean, you can basically go on vacation and still have some money to spare and come back with a TV.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
That's
a bit...
fascinating that there's so much difference.
Yeah, also
price.
within such a small frame of reference, right? Because in Denmark is in... It's not that much further from Denmark to here or to... John is closer to Denmark than we are here, but... I guess Denmark is still sort of EU, but Britain kind of isn't. So maybe there's tariffs on it, but
That's interesting.
yeah, I
That
wonder
is very
how
interesting.
B&O sets these prices in the website. Because it's I don't know, it's a bit strange. Let's see for the shits and giggles what the US asks for this. America. If you click on America, you can only choose the US or Canada. Mexico is not a thing.
We don't deal with these people.
Like, but there's dealers in Mexico.
There's one shop in Mexico. There's one shop in Mexico City. I met the guys.
Yeah, and isn't there the one in Peru?
Yeah.
Like,
It's not
they're not
Mexico
here.
anymore.
Like
That's
Africa
from
is just
Mexico.
South Africa. America is just Canada and US.
Yeah, but Asia only has 5 countries in it too. Europe, they gone basically almost down the full map. And then international, you have an
I
international,
guess
let's say.
technically the UAE is in Asia, but it's hardly with any of the other countries.
Hmm.
But let's see what the US asked for Harmony.
Televisions.
Actually isn't bad. That is pretty much the exchange rate.
Let's see here.
So the US doesn't get hosed anymore on this.
Canada does because we don't have the price on it.
Wait, so
Doesn't show.
in the US the 77-inch Harmony as shown is more expensive than the 83 probably because of rotating foot, but the rotating foot I think is $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
So that would make you wonder: are the oak panels the same price as for the 83 as for the 77?
There's like $30 more wood on it on each.
I mean, so that's good for you, I guess. I mean,
Yeah. Well, Canada, if you look at the Canadian website, we don't even have a. There's not even a price tag for it. No, none of the TVs have a price.
I mean, difference in asking. What the hell was that? Something made a noise, but oh, I see now. Anyway, but that was loud on my end. Anyway,
What will happen? I didn't hear nothing.
I got an alert. There's you ran out of disk space, so yeah.
Oh.
But the difference between asking here and the US is $300.
Hmm.
I mean, that's
That's
fine,
negligible. It's nothing. That's a Beal remote one.
but
Almost.
that's actually. I mean, isn't? Wouldn't you say that's good? That those prices are becoming way more in line, and that you don't get that 30% over on everything.
Yeah. It's probably why they're raising shit in Europe. Wah, wah, wah. We don't have much market here, I guess. There's a lot of rich people that have BNO though, so I don't understand why the US is on the back burner side. Why it's close to this. I don't get it.
Let me see. So 50's asking is 42790, 42790. Even the price between 50's new here and there, it's like $1,500. Wow, that's come in line because before like 50's were 20-30%
Harshly.
more than there.
Yeah, it was harshly overpriced here.
Interesting.
I wonder how they did it that we never noticed.
Well, it's subtle. I think the
Yeah,
price.
but they pretty much had to do this.
Yeah, but I
But
mean,
everything seems to be going.
I mean, if those price increases are true, like I'm not going to be a happy camper. But then again, if they're this close together, then there's no real financial penalty in living in the US anymore.
No.
Which would also be nice once we both all move there.
Fucking hell. I'm very much looking forward to going there. And I'm looking forward to sitting on my Eames chair in front of my 90s, fucking spinning my Halo remote volume control clockwise.
Soft.
Just fuck. Oh man, I'm looking forward to listening to those speakers again. It's funny how like you don't think, but they do get on your head and in your head, and then you miss them. It's ridiculous. So the poll, only 6 people voted, but still, 3 don't like it, and 2's all right, and 1 is a traitor. That's the breakdown of the poll.
I mean, yeah, not everything has to be like the
Super smart.
Mozarted, but I would like stuff to, as a general state, to have room compensation.
Yes, I do agree with you on that. I think that should be on every product.
I mean, I do have a feeling that certain products, by which I mean like a balance or something, comes out of the factory sort of like at whatever setting, and the room compensation makes it actually sound very good. Whereas like an A9 sounds
Yep.
decent out of the factory, then you run and then it sounds better. So I just hope it doesn't take away from the natural tuning, so to say.
Oh, well, they still have to tune it because they also have to assume the fact that not everybody's going to bother auto setting everything up, right? And doing the compensation and all that nonsense. Some people just, plug and play. Like, do you think my mom would do the compensation? She'd fucking put it in the corner, set up whatever on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but
And
going through the setup procedure, you can
it
almost
makes you.
not do it. I mean, you
It
could
makes you
skip
go
it,
through it.
but it kind of makes you like the it's one of those grayed out X's, right? That you barely. It's like, oh, it is there. Like,
No, and it makes sense to do it. I had a cigar with Nick the other day outside on this little front porch of his there,
mm-hmm.
and he brought out the level and listened to it for a little bit, and then he ran the room compensation on it for the outside, and it did get a noticeably different sound out of it, more better quality, more cleaner, more punchier in the bass, and it was weird that how much it realized like, okay, fuck, I'm outside, I can just let loose.
I mean, even the 28s, they sound a lot like the difference is almost stark between room
Mm-hmm.
compensation and non-room compensation, because the bass is insane when you take the room compensation away. Like
Oh, really?
it's to the point where it's just too much. It's like
It doesn't
not
know
that
what
it
it's
sounds
doing.
bad. It doesn't become muddy but it's just
Overpowered.
yeah, it's just like there's too much of it. Like why is there so much of it? Like I can't fathom that this is asked for.
Mm-hmm. It's funny since 1:30, like there are slowly people dwindling away from viewing. Everybody's watching the formulas.
Good luck to whomever you're supporting.
That's right. But yeah, it's interesting how that all works with the
Yeah,
compensation.
I mean, but that's
It's
kind of what I
probably
mean, right? Like if because the 18 sound pretty good, and the toggle switch of where it is does change
it helps.
enough, but it doesn't substantially change the sound of the speaker.
No.
But the room compensation on, let's say, the 28 or like a balance changes it quite drastically. I mean, for the good, that is fine. But if you just do plug and play, it's like this could be better out of the box. It could be a bit more because it can't all just be by happenstance this room that sounds bad.
Hmm.
Or at least I don't believe so, because I mean the 50s don't sound as crazy out of the box as the 28s do.
But 50s already have it figured out, more or less, in my opinion,
Yeah, but
already, and
if
then
you
they
put them in
just.
a non EQ'd state, right, then
Hmm.
they sound a lot more equal across the whole range. Like it's a lot more flat. I mean, there's still more
Hmm.
bass than there needs to be, but it's like with the if this is the EQ, the 28s go like that, and the 50s go. And there's a
Hmm.
massive peak around 30 hertz somewhere in this room anyway, where it's like 6 to 9 dB louder than everything else on the 50s.
Damn.
So you do need to EQ it, but you could like just do that, like not have the microphone go around and just do it in the app, and you're good as well.
Hmm.
But out of the box, they sound pretty stellar as is. To make them like sing like angelically, you get the mic out and do it that way.
Can you plug in the mic to the 28s?
No, they have their own mic built in.
So you never will be able to do a like sweet spot tuning. They
I
just
don't think so.
they just do a basically broad scale room compensation.
Yeah, like the balance does, like the A9 Mark IV does, or Mark III.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
Interesting.
level does. I mean, funnily enough, the only product I've seen it in the app is the balance, where if you put it here and you run the room EQ thing, it says, "Hey, is this correct? I see there's a wall behind us."
That's insane.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's more advanced that they stop bothering asking with these, but that was quite funny to see when I had the balance here.
But I guess balance is more of a movable speaker per se than obviously your 28s.
Yeah.
Like,
But even a
why do
balance, you
you?
wouldn't really move.
No, no. Well, you move it here and there, like you shuffle it over to wipe the dust on the shelf. But I don't. Yeah, you don't just carry that around and from room to room.
No.
Like I don't even do it with the BeoSound 1 and 2 or BeoSound 2 that I had or BeoSound 1.
Yeah, that's kind of why I switched over from the BSN 1 to the BSN 2, because, like, it's great, it's portable, but I never move it.
Mm-hmm.
So why not have a better speaker that just sits in the same place?
It may change for me with when I move to Florida, but then again I have a fucking level now. So what's the point of having right? And level is much easier to unplug from the mains than the BeoSound 1. Trying to fight that figure eight, right, to fucking wiggle it out. It's much easier just to
You
take.
don't
You don't
have
even have to worry about it.
that thingy
I
yet.
don't. I never bought the kettle charger. No, I never did.
Hmm.
But I might. I might buy the kettle charger because it makes sense then, right? But then again, do I want to spend the money on something that I will use maybe once or twice just sort of novelty sake? Because again,
Yeah, that
once the
charger
BeoSound
costs
one
an arm
is,
and a leg again.
yeah, but if I set it up in the bathroom, like I always had in the bathroom in my old apartment, then it'll be tied into the lighting system. So every time I would go to the bathroom, then the fucking music goes up higher, or it just changes the volume to whatever it's prescribed by the gateway. And if that thing is sitting, somewhere around the pool or whatever, it's annoying, right?
Yeah.
And then you turn it back up a little bit to whatever you had. Then the light shuts off in the bathroom. The fucking thing turns down. So for me, that makes no sense whatsoever now to move it. I just like the weight of it with the battery, where I find that the BeoSound 2 was a little more skippy.
Wait,
Um,
have you noticed this before? They now sell the cup, or was this already there for a while? They sell the covers of the BSN stage, all of them,
no, I
and
never
they're
saw that.
and they're all $150.
Nice. Yeah, no, I never noticed that. It's interesting that all the quadrat is that little, because there's way more fabric on this than it's on a shape tile, and shape tiles are freaking expensive.
Yeah, and no way is this the same price to produce.
Mm-mm.
Because I quite like the this cloth, the grey that comes with the wood one, the dark oak one.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I was gonna look if they still sell that pottle or that kettle charger thingy.
It should be.
Oh yeah, 175 USD.
It's only went up $25, so it's not bad. They have a picture with it with the freaking product on it, don't they?
No, of course not, because that would be way too logical.
So I just wanted to see how much it offsets the thickness, right?
Not a lot. It's like at the thickest, I think it's 1.5 centimeters, but it sort of sits in that bowl a bit.
Yeah, I see that it's got the little. It's beveled to it.
Yeah. I mean, some of these accessories are like,
A little
there's
silly.
no way that cable should cost $15. Micro
Micro
USB
USB.
to USB, like no way is that $15.
How long is it? Meter and a half, probably. See if they got those braided USB-C cables. Scroll up if this is the
Hold
end
on,
of it.
dimensions 1.25 meter.
So
They don't list them here, I don't think, but they do
so it's
have
not
part
BO.
numbers, so that's something to ask. Oh, here they have a braided USB C to C,
Yeah, that's the one.
45 USD.
How long? That one's got some length to it.
Uh,
2 meters.
oh yeah. So for people in the US, because wait, let me see. We're in the US side. 2 meters is meaningless. That's like 6'8", something like
Yeah, it's
that.
6 feet. Call it 6 feet. Yeah.
Well, that's 6 feet is 20 centimeters short, which is like 8 inches.
But yeah, I like that fabric cable. I have one in black. Too bad I packed it up in the freaking storage. But I guess I don't really need it because like I had no robotics going on and no crackling the entire podcast with the new software update for the portals. So good job, BNO. Good job, software team. You guys did it.
Yay, software team!
Right on. Right
Also,
on.
yay for the team that does the website, because this actually looks quite enticing. Like
That's right.
the EX sound splash page is still a bit like, but that's partially because we're not bothered. Maybe it's nice for new customers to come here for this. But like this harmony look and like this, yes, please, because like we actually have a livable living room in a sensible space that's not enormous, like where there's other 90 pictures or stuff came that are like in marble hallways, and like nobody lives like that unless you're extremely wealthy. But if you're that wealthy, you're probably not looking on the website anyway. You have your
Right.
staff do that.
Yeah, your designers put the shit together and they don't know about this, so then you end up with a Samsung TV over $150,000 mantle fireplace and shit.
Yeah, but this
So
is, I mean, this is nice. This is, and the ad that comes with it is also quite nice. I mean, it's
they
just,
took a little bit of a North American approach on the install, though. They should have lowered that TV, well, or rendered it lower a bit, because it does give you that freaking looking up deal. I mean,
I mean, yeah,
but
being
still,
give us more of this stuff.
yeah, but I like
These ads are good. I like this. I like this
it.
a lot. Like,
I'm sure it's very time consuming to produce and imagine all this, whatever, with those strings to render into a freaking speaker driver, and it's fucking cool. The
yeah,
whole
but if
thing
you
is
want to
cool.
make it maybe simpler, like that cinema commercial they had, where like the lady with the hair
Yeah,
that stands up, like
yeah,
that's all excellent because you're showing all your like your true flagships. This like this is comparatively attainable, and I like that you actually show it off for once.
hmm
Like, that's great. Don't hide that shit. Expose the 28s, expose the harmony. Especially now you have a massive size that's relatively affordable.
yeah. That's what they should do. But thanks for listening to us over
Yeah.
the time and fixing whatever was fixed. Because yeah, the website is starting to look better. I like the fact that the vegans are starting to eat proper food and they form normal thoughts, and that's what's happening.
Yeah, I like these
It shows.
normal ads. Show off the blingy shit. Like Ferrari
Hmm
doesn't just show their toys. Like, ooh, here's some toys and some Ferrari branded headphones and shit. No, they sell
Yeah,
you. They go to Top Gear and they say, "Hey, do you want to drive this $1 million car that nobody can fucking afford, and we won't even sell it to you unless we like you?"
And if
And
you wreck
everybody's
it,
like,
big
wow,
deal.
Ferrari.
Yeah. No,
We
it's
do
true.
more of that.
Is Top Gear still around?
Yeah, it's not as good
Not with
anymore.
Clarkson though.
No,
Right? It's not with
they're
Clarkson.
doing the Grand Tour.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's gonna be cool. Those guys are hilarious.
I mean,
But anyways,
they're on the Amazon thing, and they have 4, 5 seasons now. But
might
you
give
can
it
just sell the high
give it a
seas and get
watch.
it too.
That's right.
Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Thank you, Scandinavian Berserker, for the super chat. Very much appreciated in your knocks. Yeah, 100 knocks. I've never had knocks before, I don't think.
I know. Like
But
crazy
enjoy your
currencies.
9s if you buy them. And if you have any questions, just email me or talk to me on Instagram or that sort of thing. If you haven't liked and or yet subscribed yet, please do so. And we'll be back tomorrow for channel members. And that's about it for this week, isn't it?
Yeah. And what's that other Discord? Yeah, we're gonna be on Discord, are we?
Yeah. If you want to be on Discord, sure, come join us because then you can join us tomorrow on Discord and have a chat with us.
I think you should set it up just in case I get fucking held up at the clients where I'm picking up the Lab 11. But I'm going there at 10 o'clock, so I don't see this being a problem.
Okie dokie.
The only thing that I'm seeing a problem, tomorrow is supposed to be snowing. I don't know how much or how many inches, but when it snows in May, it's usually not fucking good.
It's slush.
I
am driving home, honey.
It's gonna be poopy, but right now it's just still cloudy and it's okay.
You're driving home in a straight line.
Dude, this was fucking Tuesday last week, man. Oh my god.
We'll go over it tomorrow.
We'll go over that tomorrow. That's for damn sure.
I'll roll the outro and see you tomorrow, everybody, or next week. Bye.
Bye.